My father's an interesting person because his father died when he was quite young. He was 4 or 5. And Dad's view was always that he found it difficult to be a father because he never had one, or he didn't have a guidebook. And over the years, I'd been quite harsh on him in some ways about that. I never really bought it. But I wasn't him growing up without a dad. And in my mind, it wasn't a handicap. But if you have those fantasies about your own, what your relationship's supposed to be with your father and how it's, that all fishing, all best mate type, almost that American style father-son relationship. That's not my relationship with my dad. He's a kooky guy, I'm a kooky guy, and we like kooky things together. And so I've been really lucky like that. But my dad's ambivalent about sport, so in a sport-loving nation, that's difficult. And I think my brothers sometimes, who are and were sport mad, found it hard because he wasn't that guy that he didn't take us to the footy or the cricket. But, in the same way that people, so many people talk about great moments they spent with their father. It involves Dad buying me a pack of chips and a pink lemonade. And that's got nothing to do with you. That's got everything to do with Dad having a punt or Dad taking you somewhere because he needed to. And that's really sad. I had an ex-girlfriend who used to say one of the great things I did with my dad was whenever we went to the same Chinese restaurant, I used to go and sit up with him and he'd buy me a lemonade and he'd have a beer at the bar. And that was about, she was the smallest one and the one that didn't say much. And that was about getting away from your crazy wife and 4 other kids. And you hold on to a memory that is based on escapism, or you just happen to be tagged along with something rather than something someone did. So for all those kids sometimes who their dads took them to the footy, that's because their dads liked footy. Their dads liked cricket. My old man didn't like footy or cricket, so it would have been absurd for him to be there with his, afro hair and his big sunglasses and his man bag taking us along, to watch Geelong play. So to me, it's not a big deal. I know from my brothers, they with their children, they'll love taking their kids to see sport and have loved doing that. And it's been big bonding exercise for them, but they're sport lovers. Whereas, Dad likes antiques and I collect furniture, so that apple fell on me. Not just a little bit far, it hit me. It clocked me on the head and I ate it twice.